we ain't gotta hang out then. Bye. I was like $250 per hour? Couldn't be. So it's $250 for the whole 10 hours? Actually, y'all bitches can go. I already ate. I'm full. Hey, y'all, I thought we was gonna play cornhole. What happened? Wow, I ain't tell y'all to come in here and get fucking Wagyu steak and shit, bitch. That was you. What? You're not trying to feed me? Are you even my friend? How much of a budget are you on? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back into another video. How you doing, love? It's been a long time no see, and I miss you. Okay. But yes, as you see, we are back at it again for another Am I the Asshole Reddit stories. As you know, you guys really loved the last video, so I had to deliver again. What can I say? I'm a girl of the people. Sometimes, because sometimes some people out there be kind of crazy. So I'm a girl of the good people. You feel me? And speaking of good people, if you don't know, you can submit some Reddit stories to me. Ribbit? Am I a frog? No. You guys can submit some Reddit stories to me as well, and I'll check them out and definitely do it in the next video. But the way that you guys can submit Reddit stories is by going to my Discord, which is linked down below in the description. There's a channel called Suggestion Box. Just pop in there, throw the link, and we're good to go. But yeah, definitely throw some Am I the Asshole or just any crazy Reddit stories that you think would be really great to go over on the channel. I love reading these crazy stories and these wild experiences that people have, and yeah, getting to talk about it with you guys it's really fun. So without further ado, let's grab our snacks, get our blankets, and get all our nice little tings, if you know what I mean. Okay. And if you haven't already, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you aren't ready, subscribe. What are you doing? Like, you here, right? As well, I'll give you a second. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me, baby. Go ahead. Take a little sip of water. Hydrate yourselves, okay? And get that natural spring water, okay? All right. Am I the asshole for pretending to get fired when customers get a temper with me? I'm a high schooler with a weekend job at a coffee shop. My coworkers who work weekends are James, the owner's son. He goes to my school. He's a shift manager, but it's not a real formal thing. He's a friendly guy. Okay, that's good. Sometimes, you know, owners' kids can be a little, you know, uppity. So that's nice. Danielle, a college student who sometimes works weekends too. Okay, so there's those two people. Those are my coworkers who work weekends. Okay, those are two coworkers. So sometimes customers will come in and just be angry about such little stuff. Like literally blow up about anything. I don't know if they're in a bad mood already and looking for someone to take it out on or what, but it's a lot. I felt that. Like how sad so you have to be, wait, what? Like how sad do you have to be a grown-ass man taking your anger out on a high school and college students? Yeah, there's a lot of grown people doing a lot of not so grown actions, so I hear you on that. So James and I were joking about having a little fun with them and hopefully getting them off our backs. Okay, so this must be returning annoying customers, because that's what it sounds like. So one day I was at work and some guy was having a temper about how we don't make the coffee hot enough, which I couldn't do a thing about because I gave it to him right out of the machine. So James came in and was like, "Sir, is there a problem here?" And the guy started ranting at him too. So he was just like, "OP, this is unacceptable. You're fired." I started acting real sad. Oh, I love where this is going. This is diabolical. I started acting real sad. Like, "No, please don't fire me. My family needs the money. I need this job, please." And he played up being a hard ass, telling me to take off my apron and leave. Go. So, that's so sad though. I mean, it would be if it was real. The angry guy started to backtrack like, "It isn't that big of a problem. You don't need to fire her over it. I didn't mean it." No, OP, no. You don't get to back out now. What was that? Say it with chest and keep that energy, okay? So and James was like, no, we pride ourselves on the best customer service. Yo, I fuck with James. James is funny. Of course, after all that drama, I still had my job. We were just acting. And we've done it a couple times. Whenever a customer will lose their temper at Danielle or James will storm in and fire us. And almost every time, the person who had come in angry will apologize and say that they didn't mean it. It's kind of satisfying, making people realize their actions might actually have consequences. Yeah. Anyway, I was telling my friends from school about this, and a few of them thought it was a mean prank to let someone go away thinking they'd gotten someone who desperately needs the money fired. Am I the asshole for this joke? Hell no, you're not the asshole, because guess what? The actions that they do right now can actually get somebody fired. And it is that serious. So they realize how unfucking serious their little itty bitty problem is. The coffee's not hot enough. That's something you can fix at home. Take the shit with you and get it hotter. You feel me? Or just politely ask if they could throw it in the microwave or something. It's not that hard to fucking ask for stuff. Like, I get it. Oh, it's a coffee place. They should know what's hot. Honey, they don't know what temperature that you can take. They're going to go by temperatures in the book. If they have time to do that. To check each fucking coffee before it gets to the customer, you're bugging, bitch. Like, that's why I feel like I really, really stand hard on this. I feel like everybody should have a retail and food service job for at least 1 year of their life. No matter your fucking like class or where the fuck you grew up. No, just like how everybody has to go through school, K through 12, somewhere in there, and all the electives and stuff that we have to take and all the mandatory classes, make that something that's mandatory before you get into college. Have 1 year where you do a part-time job at an actual restaurant or an actual retail place, because it teaches you so much patience, and or the patience that you don't have or might not have, and realize, oh, I don't ever want to be in this position again, or oh, I'm not ever going to treat anybody that's in this position this shitty again, or be this freaking picky about stuff. Like, calm the hell down. Let's read some comments. Not the asshole. That's a perfect way of dealing with hostile customers. That's the perfect word for it. Hostile customers, because that's exactly what it is. And if you've worked retail, they have, like, when you're getting in your training and stuff like that, some places will have a whole section about dealing with hostile customers or people that, and it usually, if you're not a manager, it's like, oh, okay, direct it to the manager, or just be like, hey, like, you know, we'll escalate this to the manager. But if you're a manager, imagine having to deal with all those upset people that are being like this, just doing the most with the coffee's not hot enough. That coffee's hot, but to them it's not hot enough. Don't even get me started. So yeah, thank you, Bell Punk. I don't know why I wanted to say Bell Punk. Thank you. And then she put edit. Oh my gosh, thank you for the silver edit to gold. You are too kind. That's too funny. Oh, I love that. You can get like levels on here. That's adorable. Okay, Lolac1445 said, not the asshole. I think it's hilarious, and maybe it'll teach some people a lesson about controlling their assholery. I know that's right. That's for damn show, because some people don't know how to act until they get put in a place. Okay? All right. Next story. Ooh, okay. Am I the asshole for deleting my friend's wedding photos in front of them? Ooh. Deleting my friend's wedding photos in front of them.
Right.
Okay, let's get into it. You know, kind of leaning towards asshole, but you know, let me hear it out. I'm not really a photographer. I'm a dog groomer. Interesting first sentence. I take a lot of photos of dogs all day to put on my Facebook and Instagram. It's my thing, if that makes sense. Okay, gotcha. A cut and a photo with every appointment. I very seldom shoot things other than dogs, even if I have a nice setup. Okay. So you just do dog pictures because you do the work of grooming them and you want to show off that work. That's like a hairstylist or tattoo artist. Okay, gotcha, I'm following. A friend got married a few days ago and, wanting to save money, asked if I'd shoot it for them. I told him it's not really my forte, but he convinced me by saying he didn't care if they were perfect. They were on a shoestring budget, and I agreed to shoot it for $250, which is nothing for a 10-hour event. You know, she's not a photographer. She really said that in the beginning. I'm not really a photographer, so I get that. But for those of you who know, 10-hour events are not gonna cost $250 by nobody. That's not even enough film to pay. That's not enough money to pay for the film that's going to be used and then the development. Well, I'm sorry, scratch that, because the photographer is not going to develop it. They could, but like put it in a book and all that stuff, but that's extra. But if you just want the like digital photos, they're still going to charge you for that. Yeah, them going around taking the pictures all day, that's not $250 worth of, you know. So, but she didn't know that because she's not a photographer. Yeah, if you want to look up how much a photographer for a wedding costs by the hour, Google that. Actually, let's do that right now. Let's just see how much does a wedding, don't excuse my typing, okay? I just put my nails on. Look, ooh, she's not okay. Come on, focus. But yeah, I did my nails. Ooh, daisies. Oh yeah. Okay, honey, you see right here, a wedding photographer's hourly rate can vary significantly, but generally falls between $150 and $500 per hour. Per hour. That's what I'm saying. When she said $250 for a 10-hour event, I was like, $250 per hour? Couldn't be. So it's $250 for the whole 10 hours? Oh. One hell of a friend, I'll tell you that. On the day of, I'm driving around following the bride as she goes from appointment to appointment before the ceremony, taking photos along the way. Okay. I shoot the ceremony itself, and during the reception, I'm shooting speeches and people mingling. All right. I started around 11 a.m. and was due to finish around 7:30. Around 5 p.m., food is being served, and I was told I cannot stop to eat because I need to be photographer. In fact, they didn't save me a spot at any table. I'm getting tired, and at this point, kind of regretting doing this for the next to nothing. That's why I was like, this must be a really good friend. Shit. It's also unbelievably hot. Ugh, damn. The venue is an old Veterans Legion, and it's like 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and there's no AC. Holy crap. That's hot. Yes, damn. I told the groom I need to take off for 20 minutes to get something to eat and drink. There's no open bar or anything. I can't even get water, and my 2 water bottles are long empty. Yeah, girl, because you've been there from like, it's a whole ass freaking full shift and then some. He tells me I need to either be a photographer or leave without pay. Around 5 p.m. Okay, with the heat, being hungry, and being generally annoyed at the circumstances, I asked if he was sure, and he said yes. So I deleted all the photos I took in front of him and took off, saying I'm not his photographer anymore. If I was to be paid $250, honestly, at that point, I would have paid $250 just for a glass of water. Just for a glass of cold water and somewhere to sit for 5 minutes. Was I the asshole? They went right on their honeymoon, and they've all been off of social media, but a lot of people have been posting on their wall asking about photos with 0 responses. Yeah, that's their ass. That's their ass, to be completely honest with you. I guess I wouldn't have deleted all the photos, or maybe I would have like pretended that I did just to like fuck with them and be like, but I really have it in another folder somewhere, or like upload it to my drive. I don't fucking know. Like, you have it somewhere backed up, but to completely delete, like, gosh damn, girl, that's like the one day that they got married, everybody came together.
What was that?
Fucking dog. That was one day everybody came together, they got married. Yeah, it's like kind of a special day they can't get back, and they're only gonna have now pictures of that everybody else took to put together, and that does suck. So I feel like half the asshole, half not the asshole, because yes, the husband, I mean, they both did you wrong, to be honest. Like, they didn't consult you about, like, you know, if you're gonna get fed. That's really effed up, to not get a table or something, at least a plate on the side for you, or check on the photographer. You know what, now that I think about it, OP is the photographer, so they're going around taking pictures. They're around the groom and the bride the whole time. It's like, well, dang, y'all see me out here, like, I'm sweating, I'm struggling, I'm asking, like, you know, can I get food, can I get water or something, and I'm getting denied. I probably would have left. I would have been like, well, damn, if y'all ain't gonna feed me, keep the 250. Yeah, maybe not the asshole then. Yeah, maybe not the asshole. I don't feel great that OP deleted all the pictures. I feel like at least talk to the wife, like, or maybe they did talk to the wife, they just didn't put that in here, but that wasn't put. So I feel like at least talk to the wife and you know, just see what, you know, can be done. But yeah, so I would say OP is not the asshole. Just not my favorite that they deleted all the pictures. Could have done something. Because I feel like keeping the pictures, you probably later on could have talked to the wife and been like, hold the pictures hostage and been like, yeah, y'all can get the pictures, but you better get everybody in your party to pitch in a GoFundMe or some shit to pay me, bitch, because I don't give a damn if I left before this time or whatever. Y'all weren't feeding me. I didn't have nothing but water that I brought to drink, and y'all didn't have anything to offer me. And I'm doing this as a favor. This isn't like, oh, I do this for a living and y'all are paying me for my services. No, you're asking me a favor for something that I dabble in, but not a professional. Like, and y'all are underpaying me because of that. So you gonna underpay me and not feed me? No. Let's see what the comments say. Okay, Monochrome said, not the asshole at all. You could have risked your health and they treated you like shit. Yeah, that's very true. Cat Got Your Tongue said they wanted mates rate. What? They wanted mates rates, but didn't even save you food. Oh, British. Not the asshole. The dogs are much better people than these friends. Yo, that's, I like that. Dog is a man's best friend. But no, so true. Like, what, you want me to give you a special, like, a favor, like I said, a special favor, but you don't want to like meet me halfway, bro. Like, you're my friend, worry about me too. Like, it's your wedding, I understand that, but damn, nigga, like, it take 2 seconds, I'm with you, or even if I'm just with your wife or whatever, which is telling. That's telling if your wife didn't even freaking offer nothing, like, you know, or be like, oh, are you good, like, you feel me, do you need any water, like something, just to be like, you know, helpful or just, you know, polite, whatever. But Abby Bird said, not the asshole. They took you off the guest list for this without mentioning it to you in advance. Oh, that's you went in with the expectation of $250 to take high quality pictures while also being a guest at their event, including a place to sit, eat, and drink. And realistically, you did nothing but follow the groom's suggestion. Either continue being a photographer or forfeit your $250. That is true. He gave you a choice, and it's like, and you did ask him, are you sure? And he said, yeah. And you said, all right, delete. You know, I probably would have told him, I'm gonna delete this bitch. Are you sure? And he said, yes. Delete. But however you say it, he did give that choice. What did the groom think that entailed? He would get all that work for free, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. We say that a lot over here. I would seriously reconsider this friendship. Hell yeah. Oh, that friendship would have been dead after that. It would have been dead after that. Honey, you ain't trying to pay me? What? You're not trying to feed me? Are you even my friend? You're not. Exit out of here next. So yeah, I agree with these comments. Not the asshole. Not the asshole who refuses to allow someone water or food. Exactly. Deleted. And a C person by night said, my wedding coordinator made sure to point out that my catering contract accounted for a certain number of meals for the photographer, coordinator, caterers themselves, and other staff and team, and I just nodded like, yeah, obviously people gotta eat. When she told me that apparently it was not obvious to other people, so now they have to write it in contracts. Like, damn, who doesn't feed people that help them have what should be the best day of their relationship? According to her, way more than you would think. OP was treated worse than hired help. OP should put this friendship where they put the wedding photos, in the trash. That was a beautifully said comment. That was beautifully said. And what a nice little insight into, like, you know, wedding planning and all that stuff. The wedding coordinator, make sure that, you know, there is that in that contract, you know, the photographer and the people that need to be, that are actually helping making this happen, get fed too. And that makes sense because a wedding isn't just like a 2-hour thing. It's an all fucking day thing. It's a lot. Even if you're like doing it on a budget, these mother trucking friends that are doing this wedding that said they're doing it on a budget, you're doing it on a budget and you're still doing this long ass 11 to 7:30 ass wedding? Honey, how much of a budget are you on? Cause what? That's not like you're trying to cut corners where you can and you effing me over just cause I'm your friend. Eat a bag of shit. So yeah, not the asshole. Love the comments. Next story. Am I the asshole for getting mad my artist hid their initials in my tattoo?
Wait a damn minute.
Wait a minute.
What?
Read that again. Am I the asshole for getting mad my artist hid their initials in my tattoo? I have tattoos. You know, if I can't, you know, I'm gonna say this right now before I read the story. Because I was about to be like, excuse the fuck out of me? What you mean you put your initials on my gosh damn body, bitch? That wasn't part of the damn thing. Sorry. Let me retract. This is a short one. Names changed for privacy. I went to a tattoo shop in my area with a photo of the tattoo I wanted. It was one my dad had gotten to honor my past grandfather, whose father also had it. But the point is, it was important to me that the tattoo looked exactly as it did in the photo. I get to the shop, I explain everything, I pay, get the tattoo, and we're done. I think it looks awesome, everything is great. Until a few weeks later, when I show my great grandmother the tattoo. It's you old people be real critical to shit too. She's static, grabs my arm to look at it and compliment it, then asks, "Who's AJ?" Oh, okay, she was on board with it. She was cool with it. Okay, she's a cool granny, a cool great granny. Gosh dang. Okay, she was one of the radicals. No, I'm kidding. I ask her what she means, and she points out on the tattoo where the initials A and J, or maybe T, were hidden into the tattoo. I'm instantly pissed, as my artist's name is Alice Trevor. She tries to assure me it's no big deal if I hadn't noticed it till now, but I still reached out to the artist, sort of irritated. They told me the style of art I got is called traditional, and it's pretty trad for all artists who do that style to do it. Oh, okay, it's pretty traditional. Okay. I demanded a partial refund, and they refused, so I complained to the owner, who made the artist give me a full refund. Oh, wow. Now the artist is running a full smear campaign talking about moving shops and all kinds of crap. My sister says I'm an asshole for pushing the issue, but I feel like at the end of the day, I told you exactly what I wanted and you didn't do that. Am I the asshole? I don't know about, they did exactly what you wanted. They just added on to, okay, so that's not exactly what you wanted. I get it. Okay, that's right into that conundrum. Damn, that's hard. Cause no, I don't think OP's in the wrong for being mad. Like, that's something to validly be mad about. My only question is, did OP not see the sketch beforehand? And it just seems kind of like, I don't know, it might seem kind of sneaky, but I also don't know tattooing like culture and stuff like that, or like the whole, and before y'all come at me and be like, tattooing culture, what are you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's bikers, there's people that like piercings, the tattooing people who like to tattoo. So in that community, maybe that is something where it's like, oh, if you get this type of art style or style of art for this tattoo, just know it comes with the tattoo artist's initial somewhere hidden in there. But that's not a common thing for anybody to know. So I don't know if the tattoo artist, if they didn't explain that, and before y'all be like, they shouldn't have to explain that, they're getting a tattoo and da-da-da-da, they should have done the research. It's like, well, sometimes you don't fucking know. Even when you do the research, there could be more lore to it that you just didn't scratch far enough to reach and find out and discover. But for this, it kind of just sounds like the tattoo artist put the initials in there and was like, it's pretty traditional to put your initials on it. It's like, well, I would have liked if you would have told me. Like, you feel me? I don't, especially after OP, okay, because OP told her the meaning behind the fucking thing. I think stuff that's not, I gotta remember, things that aren't common sense aren't common for everybody. So it's like, if the tattoo artist heard OP talk about, hey, my great grandfather had this, my grandfather had it, my father had it, I want to get it exactly like this, like, you feel me? In my head, I'm already thinking, okay, well, we put our initials on here, or we do like a little spin or whatever. And anytime you get a tattoo, they do a fucking stencil. Like, it's like a rough draft to show you what they're about to put on your body. And it's with this like bluish purple ink on this like transparent looking paper that's gonna go right on you, and then they're gonna peel it off because it has to, the lines and stuff and where it's gonna sit has to be right. So wherever OP was gonna put it, either way, the tattoo artist shows them the thing. And hey, maybe OP just wasn't, you know, anal and looking at every piece and part, like the grandmother said. Like, he didn't notice until She pointed it out, which is like, okay, fair, but that's not what he asked for. So that's at the end of the day what it is. All that to say, I think that he's not the asshole. I think OP is not the asshole, because at the end of the day, that's not what he asked for. But yeah, let's see what the comments have to say. But my verdict is not the asshole. Let's see. Not the asshole, from deleted. And I would even consider suing. They kind of branded you with their initials, and they should get fired. I feel like, you know, I would disagree with the they should get fired if if the Alice girl, the tattoo artist, would just like admit to doing, like, I know it's not great admitting a wrong, but damn ho, like, did you tell him you was gonna put your initials? It's kind of like, oh, it's a common sense thing. Well, not everything's so common, bro. Not the asshole. This person's picket line. Okay, not the asshole. This person straight up branded you. Not only that, this isn't even the artist's design. It's a copied design. And somebody commented under that, exactly this. If I were pissed off, and I would even consider suing for cost of removal of the initials. When you get something tattooed, you typically choose the design. That's what you're paying for. Exactly. If I'm telling you what I want, and this is exactly what I want, what makes you think that I want you to put some type of alter of yours into there? Or any type of style. Like, if I'm telling you specifically this is exactly what I want, don't fuck around and add your initials or do something that just because it's part of that art style. If you're thinking to do that, tell the person. Tell them. Not the asshole. Tattoo artists don't get to sign their work because their canvas is a human being. This is known. This is conventionally understood, right? Because if I'm gonna show who my tattoo artist was, I'm gonna either pull up your Instagram, or I'm gonna say who your name was, or where your shop was, what city and state your shop was. Like, so not the asshole. I wish the best for you, OP, and I'm glad you at least got your full refund back. Hey, something. But now you got those initials forever. That sucks. All right, next story. Am I the asshole for refusing to pay my husband's credit cards? I'm already like, hell no. But let's get into it. My husband, 50, is from a different country, and his family, especially his brothers, pressure him constantly to send money home. However, I, 43 female, am the primary breadwinner and the one who tracks our budget, including our mortgage, loans, daughter's private school tuition, car payments, and monthly expenses. Gosh damn. Oh, you track it. Okay, I thought she said she pays for all that. I was about to say, gosh damn, girl. We don't have a lot of extras to spare. Of course not. I mean, America. Actually, we don't have any extra to spare, but his family doesn't or won't understand that. What? Oh, I hate that shit, man. That's so annoying. When family just be like, I need help, I need help, I need this. Oh, I need help too, nigga, damn. It's hard out here for all of us. Shit. They think everyone in America is rich. Husband and I have had multiple long talks and agreed that we wouldn't send money to his family without discussing and agreeing on it, and we would never, under any circumstances, use a credit card to send money back home. Ooh. I opened up his phone the other day and just happened to see that he had sent his brother $1,500 from his credit card.
30,000.
1,500. That's why they think America's rich, because of the credit cards. No. My immediate reaction was, I'm not paying that. I told him I am not paying off his credit card and he could figure it out himself. He has argued back that if his credit card score is damaged, it will affect our entire household since everything is half in his name. Yeah, you should have thought about that before you sent your brother $1,500 after we just said we're not sending them money. Now your stupid self gonna have to pay it back. Get another job. I don't know what you're gonna do. Like she said, figure it out. He has also argued that he works less to be available to care for our daughter, and I'm breaking the marriage agreement and devaluing his labor. But it's like, gosh damn, I'm the breadwinner that's going through doing this. Like, no, you effed us over by opening the credit card and doing this to the both of us. So now, yes, you put that burden onto yourself because you thought that I was going to try to cover it, because I'm the one that's over here working my ass off doing all this stuff to make sure that we are able to cover everything. So now you're telling me that I'm the one that's gonna put us in jeopardy when meanwhile you did as soon as you sent that money? Stupid. Stupid. He also had a bunch of reasons why his brother needed the money, but I'm so sick of his family taking advantage of us. I'm holding strong that I won't be paying any money toward that credit card and he can figure it out himself. Am I the asshole for not paying off his credit card? Well, let's say it together, friends. Not the asshole. Because what are we talking about here? You signed up for that credit card. You did not ask me. You did not consult with me. So yeah, that's going to be your sole responsibility. Because what did y'all agree on? Like, that's why it's like, I can't feel sympathy for somebody to be like, yeah, but you know, this is going to happen and that is going to happen. You didn't think about that when you signed up for that credit card. You didn't think about that when you sent that $1,500. And you didn't think about that when you didn't tell me. So you chose to jeopardize that. What were you gonna do? Just ask me for extra money or be like, hey, we need this extra thing? She is the one who tracks the budget. So what was his thought process was, oh, she's gonna pay it anyway. That's where I'm going, and that's what pisses me off. Because you just assumed that she was gonna pay that shit. So yeah, I would definitely feel like her too. I would feel some type of way and be like, hell nah, you can pay that credit card. Let's see what these comments have to say. Norman lit up, said, not the asshole. You had an agreement. He broke it. That's called financial infidelity. I recommend separating your finances because this man will take you down with him. Yes, that's exactly the sentiment I had. He will take you down with him because he knows you make more money than him. So he's willing to go down in the blaze of fire. But he's like, I ain't going to burn that hard as you. It's not going to hurt him that much because he's not the breadwinner. He's not tracking the budget and worrying about all that and whatever. He knows you got it because you make more. Man, fuck out of here. Next story. All right. Am I the asshole for not doing my part after everyone didn't do theirs? Oh, and this is under everyone sucks. Okay, let's get into this. Grab my water. Hold on. This sounds like it's gonna be a good one. Hydrate yourselves. All right, let's get into the story. Pretty short and sweet. Went out with a group from work. The plan was to go to the beach park. And there was a few activities planned, such as volleyball, fishing, and cornhole. Everyone agreed to have parts in the setup, cleanup, etc. Okay. Everyone started drinking as soon as we got there. The guy who was supposed to set up cornhole didn't do it, so I did. People started playing. I asked who was supposed to set up volleyball, got no answer. I went ahead and set it up. Very irritated at this point, I got out the chairs and poles at the fishing spot. Everyone was enjoying the activities, but the only job that was mine was grilling in the evening for everyone to eat. When it came time, I started a very small pile of charcoal and made myself 2 burgers. I ate and sat in my chair ready, reading when everyone started coming up to the pavilion expecting to eat. I told them all the stuff is over there and pointed to the coolers and stuff everyone is complaining. Oh, and pointed to the coolers and stuff. Okay, there's no punctuation in this. That really annoys me. And pointed to the coolers and stuff. Everyone was complaining, saying I was assigned to cook for everyone, and I said I did everyone else's job because they weren't. And everyone said that was my choice and should still do mine. I told them someone else can step up. Long story short, no one grilled. I also refused to clean anything, and so did everyone else. So the office got a call saying they were banned from the park. So am I the asshole? Wow. Yeah, you're the asshole. But I agree. I think everyone sucks here. Everyone pretty much sucks here. I'm not gonna lie, nobody told you to go set the stuff up. Like, granted, if you were gonna play those things, okay, so everyone started drinking as soon as we got there. The guy who was supposed to set up cornhole didn't do it, so I did. Like, what do you mean didn't do it? Like, did it get to a certain time, or was like everybody like, dang, I really want to play cornhole or whatever? Like, I would have just went up to the guy and be like, hey, you gonna set up the thing? And then if he doesn't, that's his ass. And then the person that, what did they say, asked who was supposed to set up volleyball, got no answer. I would have been like, okay, I guess we ain't playing volleyball. Like, it sucks, but unless me as the person, like, unless you OP, like, unless OP was about to go play volleyball or was about to play cornhole or whatever, it's like, why are you setting it up? Like, if you're setting up to play, cool, thank you for doing that. Then I would have been like, what you call it? Hey, I probably would have pulled aside like, hey, yo, you didn't set this up. I set this up. I'm gonna need y'all to help me grow because I wasn't trying to do all that. And if they would have been like, well, no, I'm gonna be like, well, I'm out of here. I'm gonna go grow my stuff and I'm gonna just enjoy my time. But this more so sounded like you wanted to do it just to get it done. So it's like, well, shit, if you're gonna do it just to be nice, then why not do the rest of the shit? Like, or like, it's like nobody's forcing you to put those up, but you're doing it because you feel bad because it's like, well, people want these activities, and obviously it made you happy to see that people were playing, or like, you know, that they started using the stuff. But it's like, well, obviously if it's put together, people gonna start playing it. But if the people that are in charge of it don't step up to it, you gotta let them fail. And it does suck because then that means you miss out on that, but that's not your fault. That's their fault. And if you take on that responsibility, now that's your responsibility because you chose to take it. You feel me? And that's great. I think that's great of OP to want to step in and put those things together. But expecting people to kind of reciprocate it, it's like, that's not why you should do it. You know, like if you're just gonna be doing a thing just because you see that it needs to be done, then that's where it should stop. Not like, oh, this person should have done this by this time. Granted, yes, they said they were supposed to do it. Talk to them about it later and be like, yo, I actually set up all this shit, so next time I'm not doing that, and I'ma just come when it's time to grill, or I'ma come expecting this, and I'ma just sit down. And he should have just sat down and read until it was time for him to grill, to be completely honest. And if he wanted to play and stuff, I'm like, hey, y'all, I thought we was gonna play cornhole. What happened? Or, hey, I thought we was gonna do volleyball. No volleyball? We just drunk? So when he said, I was assigned to cook for everyone, and I said I did everyone else's job because they weren't, and everyone said that was my choice and should still do mine. That's where I was like, okay, I kind of agree with what they're saying. It was your choice, but y'all were also there and y'all saw this nigga do it and y'all didn't think to help, or like, I don't know, see him do the cornhole and the other person didn't think to get the fishing stuff together or get the volleyball stuff together after seeing other buddies work. It's kind of like, yeah, everyone's the asshole. Everybody sucks here. But let's see what the comments say. How old are you and your coworkers? Because you sound like a bunch of kids. It's so rude to leave a mess in the public park. Oh yeah, that's right too. They left a freaking mess in the park, and so y'all got bans. All of y'all are trash, actually. Yeah, that's a valid, I totally forgot about that. That's a valid point, Joan Clayton ESQ. That's a valid point. You just make it worse for the next group that wants to use the space. You all deserve to be banned. Yeah, you all do. Perfect Day 3431 said, honestly, I would have left once no one else was doing anything rather than staying. You should have cleaned the barbecue after yourself though, because that was your personal mess. Yeah, that's true. I would have just used what I need to use and had my food and dipped. That's why I'm like, why'd you even stay? They didn't have the volleyball set up. They didn't have the cornhole set up. They didn't have the fishing set up. It's like, what activities were they doing besides drinking? Like y'all said 3 different activities were gonna be here, and y'all ain't set up shit, and it's about to become sundown. Deuces. Like, please, don't got time for lame ass, boring ass stuff for people that don't want to put things together. No. And this for Alex Max 667 says, sorry bro, everyone's asshole. 2 wrongs don't make a right. I feel for you, I really do. Most of my life I would have been in your position, but you can't use other people's bad behavior to excuse your own. And that right there is tea, because you cannot let somebody else's stank ass, bad ass attitude clusterfuck and like go and destroy your own, because that destroys the person that you are, and that just lets them win even more. Like, not even just win even more, but like, that's not who you are. Don't let that like yuckiness try to seep into your spirit. Don't. Okay, it is not worth it. So yes, I think what he should have done, if he had good intentions and he just wanted to do that so everybody can have a good time, cool. But at the end of that day, if you would have put the volleyball up, put the fishing thing up, and did the let me see, it was the volleyball, that, and what else was it? volleyball, fishing, and cornhole, because I ain't never played cornhole. I don't know what that is. Y'all let me know in the comments. I have never heard of cornhole. But put those things up. If he put all those 3 things up and then he went to grill, and at the end of it he was like, y'all had a really great time putting everything together myself, just gonna let y'all know this the last time y'all fuckers gonna see me. Like, I'm never doing this again with you people. And yeah, just leave it at that. And then the next time they have a party, that shit gonna be lame as hell because nobody put anything together. And then they're also gonna not have you to grill. So make the best out of a crappy situation, really, is what OP should have done. So everybody's the asshole in the story. Everybody's the asshole. Am I the asshole for refusing to split the brunch bill evenly when I barely ate anything? Oh, this is one of those. This is one of them. Let me get a little bit of water. Hold on, thirsty. Okay. Let's dive in. All right. My friends and I went to brunch the other day, and when the bill came, I realized I only had a small salad and water, while they all ordered full meals and drinks. They expected me to split the total evenly, and I said I just pay for what I actually ordered. I just want it to be fair. My friend, what? I just wanted it to be fair. Wanted it to be fair is what I think they meant to say. My friends are giving me mean looks, and it makes me feel awkward. It's frustrating actually, because I've covered shared meals before when the portions were similar, but this time it feels different. I barely touched anything. Somehow my friends have been making passive-aggressive comments, joking about me, calling me stingy or not fun to hang out with. I don't want to start arguments over money. At the same time, I also don't want to pay for things I didn't consume. Did I overreact by insisting on paying my own share? On the other hand, I want to be fair to everyone. I feel like fairness shouldn't come at the cost of being guilt-tripped. Am I the asshole for standing my ground? See, stories like this be getting to me to my core, because this happens a freaking lot, especially in girl groups. Like, it's like shit just changes, or it's like like now you become the butt of the joke just because you're like, hey man, I actually don't want to do this, or hey, I'm not aligned with, like, you know, covering this because I didn't, like, you stand up for yourself on something that's just a boundary. Like, this is literally like a boundary that she's pointing out and being like, hey y'all, I actually don't want to pay for stuff that I'm not eating. Like, you feel me? Can I just pay for my stuff? If y'all want to split it, y'all can split it, but I just want to pay for my food. Like, I didn't even get that much. Y'all got fucking steaks and not 3-course meal, but y'all got like steaks and mashed potatoes and shit that each of y'all plates cost like $30. My shit cost like $16. Like, and I got water. So come on, read the room here. Like, or even if it's not that, even if it's like not a financial thing, and she just don't fucking eat like that, I don't think that's fair for a person to be paying. First of all, I don't even know why the fuck we're doing that. Why are you trying to even split the bill so people don't have to keep paying? Like, you're trying to save on tax or whatever. Girl, please. If that's the case, have one person pay the whole thing and y'all send them the bread for your portion. That would make a lot more sense. Because then why the fuck am I paying for my friend that got a steak, I got a salad, and my other friend Mary Lou got salmon and shit? Like, the fuck? I look like my salad gonna be like $18. Y'all shit in the 50s. Get out of here. I would have been like, that's the last time I'm hanging with y'all. And on top of that, I don't think, well, first of all, my verdict, not the asshole. It's so mean girly, and like, for the people to get like the passive aggressive comments, that's the shit that gets me, because I've had that instance too happen before, and it's like, oh gosh damn, God forbid a bitch trying to, like, you know, not spend all her money while she's out, like, or God forbid I just don't want to spend money while I go out, maybe this time, or maybe I want to pregame and I don't want to get like 5 shots while I'm out. I just want to do 1 because nigga, we just pre-gamed. Like, so it's, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you would handle that and it not be a situation like this, just because you're just voicing out, you're standing up for yourself, like she said. Like, you just like, hey, like, you know, I really just want to pay for this, yada yada. So yeah, the friends being passive aggressive, joking about her being stingy or not fun to hang out with, I would have been like, okay, we ain't gotta hang out then, bye. Bye. I will, listen, if there's one message I can preach out to people in this world, if I could just be an inspiration for this, please do not stay with people that bring you down like this, or people that are just like, they even like joking around with you, because sometimes shit is not a joke and it's not funny, especially if it makes you feel uncomfortable, if it makes you feel devalued, if it makes you feel any type of way that's not good. Then let that friend know, hey, I actually don't find that funny, or hey, like, you know, I wasn't trying to be cheap, or I wasn't trying to be like, you know, stingy. I'm just saying, like, I ain't really getting nothing. And you know what? If they're like that stingy, then okay, I'm gonna be stingy, but I'm your stingy friend. Are you still gonna treat me and not make a joke about it? Because bitch, I could talk about your alcoholic ass. Like, you feel me? I could talk about all the things under the sun that's like, you know, might not make you be in the greatest light. But I'm not gonna do that as your friend. Like, so why make jokes about something that is like, hey man, I was just trying to save myself, like, you know, the money and kind of watch my back on things financially, or hey, I just didn't feel like doing whatever the fucking reason is. But to make fun of your friend for that, that's nothing to you, because then that makes me think her friends were really just trying to like get one over, so that way everybody can just pay, like, you feel me, like, you know, the same amount or whatever, even if you ain't the one that got all that food. It's like, listen friend, like, I get it, lean on me when you need to, but like, let me know. And if I'm telling you, hey, I can't be leaned on in that way, then respect that. Like, did you not have enough to pay for your food and you got upset because I wasn't gonna pay for a portion of your food? Let's really get down to it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So yeah. And if the friends want to come over here and talk about, oh, it's about the principle, you know, we're friends, we're supposed to do, like, you know, it's a sisterhood, we're supposed to have each other's back, or whatever the fuck, okay. But if I'm telling you this is not what I like to do, then let's compromise. Not, oh, now let's fucking make fun of and bully. And that's so mean girl shit. Like, grow the fuck up. Like, yeah. I hate that shit. I hate that, like, high schoolish, like, passive aggressive comments and joking about stuff that's like actually not a joke to that person just because they put a boundary down. That stuff irks my soul. But people like that, they stay with the people that they with, and yeah, that's a pool you don't want to be a part of. But anyways, not the asshole. I'm gonna go ahead and read the comments. IKVW Furry said, not the asshole. Normally I'm fine with splitting the bill, but I only had a $10 salad, so I'd prefer to put in my portion of the bill and tip rather than divide evenly. Yep, that's pretty much what I was thinking. I don't mind splitting sometimes, but not when all I had was a salad. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe OP was just like, yeah, I just don't want to, like, y'all two got big ass meals. I don't want to have to pay for that. I'm not going to. So that's what happened. Salaryman Rambles said, not the asshole, and it's actually insanely stingy on their part to try and pinch pennies from someone who only had a salad and water. That's true. And I say this as someone who normally splits bills evenly when we go out, but also when there's one of us who barely has anything, we sometimes don't even ask him to pay because of how absurd it is. Right. Good friends will, like, pick up and understand what the situation is, not make fun of you afterwards for not wanting to do that shit. Like, no. For example, I used to be really into fitness, so I'd be the guy who, when we went out for drinks, I generally just order water or tea while the rest had beers and cocktails, and plenty of times they just cover for me since it was so absurdly cheap anyways. Duh. Like, you have a cup of water or a tea, that's gonna be like maybe $6-8. Fucking beer and cocktails, them shits are in the 15, 18, maybe 20 per. So yeah, they would just throw it on the fucking tab. And that to me already, I'm like, I don't know how people rack up tabs like that. That's crazy. But I'm also not a drinker, so eh. And on the other similar occasions, if we're getting together but a friend is late and has one beer while we've been there for hours and have had more, we just treat them. Yeah. What they're doing to you is the ultimate cheapskate thing to do. They're the ones upset over having to pay, but they're pretending it's you who's cheap. Exactly what I'm saying. They're acting like you're being the stingy one when it's like, y'all the one making a fuss about having to pay for your own meals. I'm just saying I want to pay for my meal. Like, I ain't tell y'all to come in here and get fucking Wagyu steak and shit, bitch. That was you. And you thought I was gonna pay for that? Fuck no. What kind of friend are you? Not a great friend. That's why I said not a great friend. Dump those friends. But if OP's still trying to keep the friends, Hey, just don't hang out with them when it's time to go eat, bitch. Make sure you eat a full meal before you go hang out with these friends and be like, actually, y'all bitches can go. I already ate. I'm full. Deuces, okay? But yeah, man, that they got another thing coming for them. I will say that's ridiculous. That is gonna do it for Am I the Asshole Reddit stories today. We got some good ones. I'm not gonna lie. These were some interesting assholes. They were very all over the place. But I will say that a lot of the times in these stories, like OP ends up not being the asshole because it's just like really crazy circumstances that they find themselves in. But I'm not gonna lie, this video we had a good mixture of like, no, OP's the asshole, or everybody's the asshole. That's rare that everybody's an asshole. Rare, I feel like. So that was really cool. But yeah, like I said, if you guys have any Reddit stories you would like me to read, whether it's Am I the Asshole or just a really interesting story, to be honest, definitely check out my Discord, join the Discord, and hop in the suggestion box, I think it's called. Yes, suggestion box channel. In there that's where you can post the links for any Reddit stories you guys want me to read in the next video, and I will also give you guys a shout out as well. So definitely make sure you put your either your Instagram or your TikTok tag, so that way I can tag you and definitely address you and give you your credits. But as I said, that is going to be it for today's video. Please make sure you guys are sharing, and subscribing to the channel. Come on, we're trying to get to 50 motherfucking subscribers by the end of the year. Okay, we're already so close with 35. So appreciate you guys so much for all the love, all the support. I really cannot say how much I am just so happy to see this community grow. I super love it, and I love you guys for all the comments and the support in the comments as well. Big shout out to, I believe, Tammy2Vibe. Okay, I remembered, girl. I remember, boo. What's good, boo? Tammy2Vibe and The Real Thanos. Ooh, and Sadly Face. Thank you guys so much for all the love in the comments. I appreciate y'all and your support as well, liking, and even just being here. Thank y'all for coming to the channel and viewing the videos. All the love and support really helps the channel and really helps me to reach my goals as well. So I appreciate y'all immensely. And with that, I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. Peace. Admirably. And that's a mistake. Cool, whatever. Just swallow and take the L. Like, ooh, pause. Don't be nasty. Get your mind out together. But ooh, yo, I was not supposed to see that. We're gonna cut that part. There to more viewers. Oh, gosh, every time, you mother trucker. Am I the asshole? I'm not the asshole, but are you? No, you're not. You're actually really awesome.